Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the winner's circle, where the second annual Red Jacket ceremony is about to begin. Please welcome NYRA CEO and President, Chris Kay.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Saratoga Race Course. When I came to work for the New York Racing Association last summer, I knew that the greatest thoroughbred race meet in North America, if not the world, is right here at Saratoga. And after just a few weeks in the job, I learned why that is true. We know that Saratoga attracts the best horses and produces the most competitive racing in the United States for 40 days. But what makes Saratoga and thoroughbred racing so special are the people that care so much about this sport. The tens of thousands of fans here every day who are the most knowledgeable and passionate in the game, the dedicated and committed horse owners, and the top trainers and the top jockeys who return to Saratoga every year because everyone wants to win races at Saratoga. They are, in fact, the best in the world. And so we wanted to find even more ways to connect our great fans with the great people in racing. So last year we initiated the Saratoga Red Jacket ceremony by celebrating three of the greatest jockeys in Saratoga and thoroughbred racing history: Angel Cordero, Jerry Bailey, and Johnny Velazquez. We also honored them with a plaque that hangs just outside the jocks room in the backyard. Today, we will present Saratoga Red Jackets to three more giants of our sport, and there is simply no other word to describe them. The legendary trainers Allen Jerkens and Dewayne Lucas, and our beloved racetrack announcer Tom Durkin, who will call his last race for us on Sunday, August 31st. After 24 years as the voice of the New York Racing Association. Our first recipient is Allen Jerkins. This has been the first summer in more than 60 years that the Chief is not here with us at the spa, and he has truly been missed. Allen saddled his first winner on July 4th, 1950, and he won a total of 14 New York training titles, including 4 at Saratoga in the 1970s. Let's take a moment to look at a few of his stretch runs, including one that helped earn him another nickname, the Giant Killer, when Onion upset Secretariat in the 1973 Whitney Handicap. Please direct your attention to the screens in front of us and around the facility.
There's 3/16 of a mile to the finish. It's Onion on the outside. Secretariat on the rail, stride for stride, head and head, and down the stretch they come. Onion on the outside, Secretariat on the rail. An eighth of a mile to the finish. The leaders head and head, stride for stride. Secretariat and Onion. Onion has the lead by a head. Secretariat on the inside, past the 16th ball. It's Onion in front by a head. On the inside, Secretariat.
Deputy Jane West running a brave race today. Sky Beauty is brave as well, and she's in front. It is Sky Beauty, but here comes Future Pretense closing hard, and Silky Feather is there, and Fortunate Faith, and Sky Beauty is the leader with Future Pretense, and Sky Beauty wins the Alabama.
Emma's Encore, kicking in late. Agave Kiss starting to wilt. Judy the Beauty is coming, and so too is Emma's Encore. It's Judy the Beauty and Emma's Encore on the wire. Too close to call. Emma's Encore surging at the end with a flying finish to photo with Judy the Beauty.
Incredible finishes by an incredible man. Unfortunately, Allen could not be with us here today, but we did able to catch up with him this week at Gulfstream Park. So again, I'd like to have you direct your attention to the screens for a few words from our recipient, Allen Jerkins.
It's a great honor to be receiving this jacket, and glad for the other honorees. Dewayne and the announcer has been for so many years, and I wish I was there, but it's really a great honor, and I'm really happy about it.
Jimmy Jerkins, Allen's son, will saddle Wicked Strong in VE Day in tomorrow's Travers, and he'll say a few words now in honor of his father. Jimmy, if you'd please join me here at the podium and take this jacket on behalf of the New York Racing Association for your father.
Yeah, well, my father it's unfortunate he couldn't be here. This was his whole life. Obviously, lived and breathed it for a long, long time, and made a lot of friends. And you know, all through his enormous success, he was always able to help the little guy along the way, and I thought that meant more than anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our second recipient is trainer Dewayne Lucas. 16 New York Racing Association titles, including 6 here at Saratoga. 19 Breeders' Cup wins, more than double that of the nearest trainer, and winner of 14 Triple Crown races. Let's watch the stretch runs of his 3 victories in the Travers Stakes in 1991, 1995, and last year.
Play at the inside, corporate report. Reclaims the lead at the 8th pole. Hansel is right at his third on the outside. Weisselbree is third. Strike the Gold is beaten today. They're coming down to the finish now. Corporate report clinging to a short lead. Hansel's there on the outside. Here's the wire. Corporate report wins it by the length of a white bridle. Off the turn and into the stretch here at Saratoga. Pyramid Peak digging down toward the inside. Thunder Gulch forges to the lead at the 8th pole. Pyramid Peak running the race of his life, but he's second, and Malthus is a closing third. Composer flattens out, and it will be Thunder Gulch, the 126th winner of the Travers.
Romance is third. Will Take Charge is fourth. Moreno and Orb head-to-head. Palace Malice coming on the scene late. And then it's Will Take Charge. Moreno and Orb as they come down to the finish. Will Take Charge with the late surge. Will Take Charge is surging. And it's a photo finish. It's too close to call. Will Take Charge with a dramatic lunge at the end.
Introducing Wayne Lucas is 10-time Saratoga leading trainer Todd Pletcher, who is one of many of Dewayne's proteges. Todd and Wayne, if you'll please join me at the podium.
Thank you, Chris. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Chris and the NYRA team for coming up with this concept last year. I think it's a great tradition to have started. I'm happy to see you guys continuing it on this year. You know, when you think about or you study successful people in whatever walk of life they choose, the one common theme between the 3 guys that are being honored today is, to me, thinking about it, is passion. I can't think of 3 people who are more passionate about what they do for a living, and you know, so it's something that has definitely brought them a lot of the success that they've had. Over the years, after having worked for Wayne, I frequently get asked a question: what is the one thing that you learned from Wayne that you know you've taken with you? And the answer is, you know, there's way too many to narrow down. But the one thing that Wayne instilled in me very, very early on, the first year I worked for him in 1989, is how important Saratoga is, and not only to the local community, to a horse racing industry, but really the whole world when you think about it. A lot of what goes on here at Saratoga globally affects horse racing. So I'm proud to see that Saratoga is recognizing Wayne for all of his accomplishments.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. I don't think anybody receives an honor as distinguished as this without help, or not. You certainly don't do it on your own. I'm really proud of one thing up here at Saratoga. I was thinking back today, led by Todd, who is in a class all by himself. We have these young assistants that all came through our program, as I call it, and I'd like to acknowledge them. We have Todd Pletch leading them off, Karen McLaughlin, Dallas Stewart, Mike Maker, George Weaver, Karen, I don't want to miss anybody here, Mark Hennig, and all of them are very active here, doing very, very well, and that's what makes me the proudest. I don't think anybody gets here without those guys backing me all those years. They were wonderful, wonderful guys, and I'm so proud of them. My personal congratulations to Tom and to Allen. It's ironic that Tom and I started out in the county fairs at Wisconsin together. He was calling the little county fairs, and I was running my ponies. He's quite a bit older than I am. So,
I look like it.
Yeah. But I really appreciate this honor. It means a lot to me, and now, Chris, I need to get back to my tailor.
Thank you. Dewayne Lucas. And finally, we honor Tom Durkin, who will close out an illustrious 43-year career here at the spa on Sunday, August 31st. And for those of you that don't know it, we obviously have one more day of racing on that following Monday. And the reason Tom wanted to be able to close out his career here on August 31st so was that he could spend Monday, Labor Day, as a fan with all of you here at the Saratoga Race Course. Everyone has their favorite Durkin race call over the years. Let's watch a few of our favorites, starting with his famous call, the 1994 Travers.
But there is cause for concern. Concern comes on. It's still Holyville, desperately trying to hold. Concern upon the front, but it is Holyville as game as a racehorse can be, coming down to the wire. Holyville wins. What a hero! Concern came to him at the end, and it was 15 lengths back to a Belmont Stakes winner.
Kent DeSomo imploring Real Quiet to hold on. Victory Gallop, a final surge. It's going to be very close. Here's the wire. It's too close to call. Was it Real Quiet or was it Victory Gallop? A picture is worth 1,000 words. This photo is worth $5 million.
And here comes you on the inside of Carson Hollow, and these two are nip and tuck. There's absolutely nothing between them. Yu's in so tight. Carson Hollow is unwavering. These two in a dramatic finish. It's a photo finish that doesn't deserve a loser. You and Carson Hollow in an absolutely thrilling renewal of the test stakes. Rachel Alexandra, Macho again. They're coming down to the finish. It's going to be desperately close. Here's the wire. Rachel won. She is indeed Rachel Alexandra the Great, beating Macho again here. And Father Beck, Bulls Bay was third. The time was 1:48.1. Rachel Alexandra raises the rafters here at the spa. Arg, arg, arg in front, coming down to the wire. They're coming to the finish, and it's all arg.
Tom, you've touched the hearts of millions of people who become your fans. We had lots of people that we could have had introduce you because you are so well loved. We couldn't find a bigger fan, though, than Steve Dunker, the former chairman of the board of the New York Racing Association and a current member of our reorganization board. So, Steve, if you and Tom would now join me at the podium, please.
Thank you, Chris. As you said, I've been a big fan of Tom's for a long time, and I recently saw an interview that he gave where he said he found it creepy that grown men come up behind him and give his race calls word for word for word. I've been doing that for 10 years, so I apologize. Aside from being a huge fan of Tom's, I have to be at least tied for the longest running fan of Tom's, because I actually was there for his first pari-mutuel race call at Cahokia Downs in the 70s. And for some reason, I clipped up the article the next day. It said, energetic young Irishman Tom Durkin made quite an impression on the fans. We think he's around to stay. So they got that right. Not stay at Cahokia Downs, but quickly become the voice of racing in America through the Breeders' Cup, the Triple Crown races, and of course, our great honor to have had him at NYRA all these years. As you saw, his race calls go from the fun, like arg, arg, to, oh no, it's my mother-in-law, or waka waka hakadola, to, closer as it was at that time, to the just sensational. And you saw him up there, but I think I've watched the Real Quiet Victory Gallop 100 times probably. It's just so great. Tom does this with an uncanny mix of great intelligence, great wit and humor, and hard work. It's not an accident that he comes up with some of these things. He researches and he works hard, and that's what's made him the greatest of all time. I think as fans, most people know what I've just said, but one thing I learned when I became his colleague is how big his heart is. He never says no. Tom, can you MC this charity event? Sure. What time do you need me there? Tom, can you show up here and support it? What time? What time would you like me there? It's not just going up in the booth. It's doing all the extra things that he's done for years that make him so beloved both by fans and the people he worked with. So it's just absolutely my honor to introduce Tom Durkin.
Thank you, Steve. It's been a hell of a ride. And as you can see, I've had the privilege of getting the best seat in the house for some of the most dramatic and exciting competitions of the last 40 years. And it's with great gratitude that I accept the award today. I find it almost difficult to absorb being honored in the same way with Allen Jerkins and Dewayne Lucas. These two people are at the very top of my list as being the most admired people in the game. And I'm honored to share this honor with them. Look at what they do. They get up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. Between them, they haven't taken a vacation in over 100 years. And I'm the one that's retiring. That I find a little difficult to absorb. But we do have two things that we share in common. We don't have a lot in common, but we do share two things in common. And to echo the words of Todd, we all share an almost inexplicable passion for thoroughbred racing. And the other thing that we share is this red jacket, and I'm honored to be in your company. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, that was wonderful. Thank you very much. As I mentioned earlier, last year, in conjunction with the Saratoga Red Jacket ceremony, we also started a tradition of creating plaques that will permanently commemorate the achievement of the Saratoga legends. These plaques will be mounted in the area next to the Jockey Silk's porch, which we will call the Saratoga Red Jacket Walk of Fame, so our loyal fans here can see them for years to come. So Wayne and Todd, Tom and Steve and Jimmy, please join me again to unveil your respective plaques. One, two, three. Gentlemen, it has been a great pleasure for the men and women of the New York Racing Association to honor you with the Saratoga Red Jacket and these plaques today. On behalf of friends and fans everywhere, we thank you for all the contributions you've made to this great sport. We are deeply indebted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hear it for these great legends. And our first race today is called the Saratoga Red Jacket in honor of these three great men, Allen Jerkens, Dewayne Lucas, and Tom Durkin. Thank you.